Ladies and gentlemen, Barry C here with another cryptocurrency video, and XRP is going to become way too expensive to buy in 2025. Because here's the thing, ladies and gents, after every bull run, we lose the opportunity to buy cheap XRP. And we can look at this historically from 2017 until now. If you look at 2017, XRP traded at 0.006 cents a coin. And then by early 2018, XRP had hit $3 plus. And then after that bull run, and we went into the bear market, the new cheap entry point into XRP for the next 3.5 years was around 10 cents to 19, 20 cents. And we no longer had access to XRP below 1 cent ever again. It never dipped back down. Similarly, when we went to 2020 and 2021, XRP went to about $1.65 to about $1.80. Similarly, after that bull run, when we went into the bear market for the next 3.5 years, XRP was trading, the new cheap price anyway, was between 30 cents and 60 cents. We never went back down to 10 cents ever again. And where we sit right now, XRP is quite comfortably sitting around the $3.10 price point, and we still haven't seen the bull run play out yet. We still have 2 to 3 months left of a massive alt season. But I would argue that even at the point where we're at now, at the $3.10 price point, we're never going back down to 30 cents, 40 cents, 50 cents, 60 cents ever again. Depending on how high XRP rallies in this alt season, let's say we go to $10, $15, $20, and then the market corrects back down as it usually does, about 50%, then the new cheap entry point into XRP is $5, $7, $10. And that's just the way these bull run bear market cycles have played out since 2016 onwards, and specifically with XRP since 2017 onwards. And this is something that people struggle to understand until they've been through that bull run cycle and they see that clear path where XRP is started at one point, it hits a higher price point, and then it comes crashing back down into that bear market cycle. But then they realize, well, wait a minute, I can't go back and get the cheap XRP that I was seeing before the bull market kicked in. Now I'm paying much higher for a cheap entry point. And this is something that people learn the hard way. And this is one of the main reasons why I'm so adamant that I would never cash out any of my XRP at a profit to try and buy back in cheaper. Because the majority of my XRP was bought back in 2018. And so I'm not going to get 10 cent XRP ever again. I'm not going to get 15 cent, 20 cent XRP ever again. So it makes no sense to me to sell it at $3 and then go, great, now buy back in and what, pay more? It's just one of those things. It seems great in theory, but it rarely plays out. And when it comes to XRP, I don't want to put myself in that precarious situation, because here's the thing, when I'm talking about hitting $10, $15, $20 XRP, those are very conservative prices. And we're just talking about bull runs here. We're not even talking about a separate utility run. Because here's the thing, if you're trying to cash out at the top of this alt season, and you're trying to buy back in cheaply, what if, a month after the bull run ends, we get the go-ahead that banks are allowed to utilize blockchain technology, and banks start announcing they'll use XRP? That's where we start talking about $50 XRP, $100 XRP, $1,000 XRP. And if you just sold everything for like even $15 or $20, and you're like, great, I'll buy back in cheap, and now the cheap entry point into XRP is $50, it's a really quick way to rob yourself of future potential. And this is something that's quite easy to look at. If you go look at CoinMarketCap or whatever site you use to look at the charts, you can go back and look. From 2017 onwards, you can see the way the market's grown and evolved. You can see the way XRP has moved every bull run. And you can see after every bull run, it's now more expensive to buy XRP. And here's the thing, we're just looking at bull run cycles. If we get that utility run, and if banks and financial institutions get that green light, and they're allowed to embrace blockchain technology, and banks and financial institutions can finally turn to that crypto they've been trialing since 2017, and that crypto is XRP. So if banks and financial institutions get that go-ahead, well, then there's no way XRP is going to sit at $3 a coin. It's not even going to stay at $10 or $20. That's when we start seeing $100 or $1,000 per XRP. And ladies and gents, of course, this is not financial advice. And I'm not even saying it's going to happen tomorrow. You've heard me say in previous videos that I thought utility would be coming to XRP, probably take about 5-10 years. But with the way things are looking now, it's a lot more confident in the crypto space. And we're seeing a lot more innovation. We're seeing a lot more legislation and regulation when it comes to incentivizing retail investors as well as institutions to embrace blockchain technology. And it's all starting in the USA, and then that will spread out like wildfire to the rest of the world, because there's no way that other countries and other institutions are going to look at what's happening in America and how they're giving a lot of tax incentives and tax breaks for people who want to embrace blockchain technology. They're not going to say, well, we refuse to innovate if America's innovating. Whether you like it or not, that's just the scenario we're going to find ourselves in, especially if we start seeing presidential reserves of crypto. Now, once we see that start happening and that sentiment is rapidly shifting, I could see the utility run happening a lot sooner than 5 to 10 years. I think it kicks off in 2025. And once we look at a utility run that exists outside of the typical 4-year cycle, XRP could easily break away from the shackles of that 4-year cycle, and it could have its own utility run. And as I said, when that happens, that's when we're looking at much higher price points. We could easily get to $100. We could even get to $1,000. If you're talking about a crypto that's utilized worldwide with mass adoption, changing the way we conduct finance, then yeah, absolutely, those type of prices become more and more realistic. And it takes you back to our initial point, this whole idea of XRP becoming too expensive to buy. It sounds like a clickbaity engagement farming type thing, but it's just the reality of crypto. And like I said, you can go back and look at where XRP was in 2017. You could buy it for less than 1 cent. Look at where we are now. It's $3 for 1 XRP. That's just the way the space moves and grows, just with bull runs and bear markets. We're not even talking utility. And that's just the nature of it. And if you were to say to someone back in 2017, hey, in less than a year, XRP is going to be worth more than $3, they would have laughed at you and said, yeah, right. Especially back then when people were like, this is a banker's coin, don't touch it. This is a crypto that wants to work in the financial system. It wants to work in our existing system. No way, man. It's all about Bitcoin. We want to be decentralized. We don't want to work in the existing system. We want our own system. There's no way people would have even considered XRP back then, let alone, hey, it's going to go from 1 cent to $3. And it did. And then suddenly everybody realized not only how wrong they were, but they realized the power of altcoins and the power of the volatility of crypto, that in less than a year, you could see life-changing returns on investments. And XRP absolutely led the way with that. And we're at that point again, where we haven't even seen the alt season play out yet. And XRP has already shown us in November of 2024 that it can make massive moves in the space of a month. So with 2 to 3 months left, where we're going to see the biggest alt season anyone's ever seen, I can't wait to see what XRP does. Now, ladies and gents, as always, none of this is financial advice. If you've enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. And if you're curious about the other cryptos I hold outside of XRP, consider becoming a Patreon. Click the link in the description below, head across to my Patreon page, and consider becoming a Barry C VIP. There you'll have access to all my cryptos, as well as my buy, sell, and take profit signals in real time.